Wardrobe Wisdom. It's myOrganized.life, April 2nd, 2018. Wow.
Ooh, hi.
We're in May, or not May, I was going to say we're in May.
April.
Don't get ahead of myself there. We're in April.
Oh my gosh. Yesterday was Easter Sunday and
April 1st.
April Fool's Day.
That's great.
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm glad we didn't do this show yesterday. I'm
people
sure it would have been full of pranks.
Full of pranks, people making fun of us about our clothes because we're talking about clothes today.
Well, welcome to Oprah Live. April Fools. Sorry.
Good one. Good one.
I should say welcome to myOrganized.life Live. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Leanne Thompson.
And this is the show where we give you organizing tips, advice, and get your feedback and questions and comments. In fact, speaking of comments right now, whether you're watching live on Facebook here, which we do Monday through Friday, most weeks, at 2 Central, or if you're watching on the replay, go ahead in the comments. Today we are going to talk about clothing. So here's what we want to find out in the comments.
Okay.
Are you happy with your spring wardrobe, or do you need to get new clothes?
Oh, that's a good question.
Isn't that a good question?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Well,
how do you feel about your?
My wardrobe's pretty basic.
Mine is very basic. I found
blue, black, gray.
Yes, I know.
Check shirt, check shirt, check shirt. Guys, like you've quoted before, guys' wardrobes all basically look the same.
Well, looking back at this show at our archives, when I see myself on Facebook, all my stuff looks the same.
Yeah.
I find with these type of sweaters, I always have a collar.
Yes.
I'm
Now,
always in the gray and blue families.
If you went to Nordstrom, they say, "Oh, that's your aesthetic."
Oh, okay. Wow.
So that's your look.
That's my look, and that's what Geraldine talks about in the podcast.
Geraldine who?
Geraldine Thomas from Metro Zing.
We call it Metro Zing. Metropolitan Organizing.
Yeah.
We did a podcast with her way back. We talk about clothes. The clothes we're probably wearing in the podcast are probably out of style by now.
Probably, or I've had this same thing since.
Yeah. Well, you weren't on camera on that one.
No, that's right.
But this was
before I got on camera. That was just you.
That was me,
in the show.
But that was podcast 52. And in fact, if you go to smead.com/podcast, and then you can scroll down a ways, it's in season 2, or right at the end of, right on season 2, number 52.
Look for Geraldine's happy face with her nice bright blue shirt on.
Yes. So check that out. We're going to actually play a little clip from that because just kind of tease you a little bit about it, but there's some great nuggets.
I love this podcast.
Yeah.
I remember it clear as day, and it was that long ago.
Well, I remember too talking about it, thinking, what in the world does this have with organize? Because we talk a lot about organizing papers and productivity, but organizing your wardrobe is really a key thing.
Yeah, you can take away a lot of little nuggets from this podcast.
And
I also remember, I think she asked you about a celebrity that you admire, and I remember thinking, John probably has no idea what she's talking about.
Culturally, but okay, that is the super tease to watch the
full podcast because John kind of stops and I think Geraldine probably covers before you realize
that. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, in this little clip, she's going to talk about the wardrobe basics and some things like that. So let's check in with Geraldine Thomas back from podcast number 52.
Step 5 is create a basics list. Okay. This is kind of, where you dream up, oh, geez, I need more T-shirts, I need a trench coat, I need a fitted jacket, I need a whatever, button-down shirt, something like that. So that's where we dream up a list.
It's interesting on that. My 18-year-old daughter, she I think has a natural knack for this, but she can come up with 7 pieces of clothing and come up with 25 outfits out of 7, so it's really the mix and match. I'm kind of like the Garanimal guy, as the alligator goes with the alligator. I'm good, but and she's actually had people ask her to help shop. So I think that's, there's probably a learned skill there somewhere. Maybe she read about it in a magazine, but do you see that or have any tricks or tips for, not having to buy everything out there and multi-purposing different things for different outfits?
Yeah, and I think what your daughter is doing is genius, and I do think there's a real market for that, especially for people that can't afford or wouldn't hire either an organizer or a stylist. Mm-hmm. So a young woman like your daughter, 18, and the other nice thing is she's probably a very creative person.
That's an understatement, yes.
See? Okay. Yeah. It's a really nice creative outlet for people that have this gift to kind of mix and match and put things together, and part of it is just taking a step that's a little bit bolder, John. Right. Some people just don't feel comfortable. You like to have your matching outfits all put together. Right. Maybe she could mix things up for you a little bit, and you could experiment. Like, this feels comfortable if we undid this. So small steps.
I think, and not to go off on a rabbit trail here, but I like when you go on a trip or something and you have limited suitcase space, I know she's able to like pick, a small number of items that many things, like maybe they're in shades of blue or something, and they all, but you get several outfits going out of a fewer number of pieces of clothing.
So she's varsity league, obviously, because that is what we work with, like in the, step 2 or step 3 sessions. Right. A couple down the road. First, we have to weed everything out and analyze what they want, but that is definitely called capsule dressing, where you pick a few really flattering colors and you work within that palette. And it's a very economical, smart, savvy way to build a better wardrobe.
Yeah, another way I like to buy clothes, if I find a shirt I like, then I want to buy like 5 different colors of it. Because I like
You're what I call a serial shopper. You've heard of like a serial killer, right? They go after the same thing. You go after the same thing when you're shopping. I love it. Okay. That's bad, John. Don't do that anymore. Okay, take your daughter out.
Okay, yes, no. We actually do shop together. It's kind of fun to do that.
Okay, great.
Wow.
That was fun flashing back and seeing our wardrobe, which is I probably had the same shirt on, knowing me, but
that's okay. Hey, it's part of your basics, right?
That's right. Well, and she talked about the capsule list, and I thought that was great. Creating a basics list, because you want to be able to mix and match,
right,
and have everything work together so you have more wardrobe options.
Right.
And this capsule wardrobe concept is kind of big. Even now, it was big back when we did it, but
I think it's still relevant, definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, if you get a chance, go to smead.com/podcast, scroll down to number 52, or you can just put wardrobe wisdom in the search box at smead.com, and I'm sure it'll bring it right up.
Yeah.
So, wow. Well, we're into April already. We're talking about style and fashion, and we've got, I think, a pretty exciting week coming up here.
Who's coming up?
Well, so we've got, of course, on Wednesday, our podcast.
Yes.
Not going to tell you who it
No,
is.
we're not.
That's a teaser, because we release it live Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Central, right here on Facebook Live, and then a few minutes later, as soon as we run back to our desk, then we post it on iTunes and all the rest of the places. So, and you can see our podcast or listen to our podcast, so iTunes, or go to YouTube or smead.com/podcast. You can see every episode or listen to every episode right there on the page. Yes. And then Thursday, we're going to have some more organizing solutions for you.
Day,
I think we should have spring organizing solutions, but we'll see.
We'll get on
see
that.
what you come up with that, right?
I can.
And we're back to a full week, so Friday, what are we going to bring back?
Blogger Roundup, of course.
That's
one of the
right.
favorite segments on this show.
Yeah, and we'll see what...
if anyone has a blog they like to read about organizing, send it our way, and we will talk about it.
Yeah, and maybe there's some spring ideas on blogs you're seeing out there. I think spring kind of brings people back into the game, and
it's
especially here in Minnesota when you get outside, because it's been so cold and snowy all winter long.
Yeah. Well, I think I need to go shopping tonight and freshen up my wardrobe.
Yes. We'll take
But don't forget to get some of your clothes out when you bring some new stuff in.
Definitely. I mean, it's all part of the whole game, right? I mean, you can't keep everything.
No, I could go get rid of probably 50% of my closet right now.
All right. Well, any other comments you have, put them right in the comments right now. Even if on the replay, we check back to each episode, and we'll interact with you that way as well. Sure. And we'll be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern, and noon Pacific, right here on Facebook for myOrganized.life live.